What's up, guys? I wanted to do a quick bonus episode on cymbal cleaning. A lot of people like freshly cleaned cymbals whenever they go out and play or just in the basement. Some people say that all the dirt and grime adds to the sound of the cymbal. I mean, I think there's something behind that, but I want to demonstrate this, and I'm the guy that likes clean-ass cymbals. So I'm going to demonstrate on my 20-inch Meinl, and I'm just going to use the regular old Meinl cleaner and polish to get this job done. And then later on, I'm going to do a fun little experiment with a couple different types of cleaning solutions, apply some tape, see which one does the best or worst. But let's get right into this. So for this job, I like to put the cymbal on like a leftover piece of cardboard. For this, I'm using a kick drum head box. Of course, you need something to clean with, so this is where my old, worn-out military t-shirts come in. These things smell like shit, but they're good for cleaning. Got a couple of those, and then of course, cymbal cleaner and cymbal polish. So we're going to see if maybe these two do different things. The instructions are pretty much the same on both of these, except for this one says polish. So we'll get right into it. So a lot of people like to get comfortable on like a table or something like that. I like to get on the floor because sometimes if your cymbals are super dirty, it takes quite a bit of ass to get the grime off there. So I like to take position on the floor, that way I can put my full body into cleaning. However, these don't look too bad. You might be able to see there's a lot of dust on these things. So if I wipe my hand around here, you can see just tons of dust. You can see the dust on my hands there. It's gross. So I'm going to give these things a nice clean. Let's go. So we're going to start with the cymbal cleaner. So Meinl says to spray an even layer on the entire cymbal, working one side at a time. Let it sit 15 to 20 seconds, and then you should just be able to wipe it off, and boom, it's clean. Just one thing to note, if you're using heavy cleaners or stuff like that, it has a chance to take off your logos, anything that is pressed on. So just beware of that. If you're worried about that, just kind of clean around it. That little bit will stay dirty forever, I guess. Here we go. Nice even layer. So wait our 15 to 20 seconds. Just no time to go get my drink. All right, that's about 20 seconds. So let's wipe this stuff off and see how clean we look. Just doing what the directions say. So I like to work around the cymbal, so that way you go with the grooves, with the grain, if you will, and go that way. So just looking at it right now, it looks like just the cleaner itself, waiting the prescribed time, is doing the trick. So I guess these weren't as bad as I thought they were. All right, there we go. This thing looks pretty clean. It's also a fairly new cymbal, so that probably helps. But it's got this haze to it. So if the haze is your thing, stop here. Move to the other side. However, I'm going to go with the polish as well. Shake well, apply an even coat. It's fairly even. Cheers. Probably about 20 seconds. Now, we're going to work this polish in. So as you can see, it's leaving like a film or a layer, kind of like car wax. So that's what a polish is supposed to do. We're going to switch cloths and actually buff it out. See, it's already starting to look a lot brighter. I like to work in sections. I use the other side of the whatever cloth I'm using to hold the cymbal in place. Use another cloth just to hold down on the other side so it doesn't spin around while I'm trying to polish. Sometimes you gotta be careful when you're doing the outsides because you can basically dip your cloth back into all this leftover residue on your cardboard. Here we go. Now it's shining up real nice. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but for where I'm sitting, the light is reflecting off of it. It's gorgeous. So, you're just gonna flip it over, repeat your steps on the other side. So this side is not as dirty, not even close. So I'm just gonna use the cleaner, hit it one time. It should be good. Evenly applied. Wait our 15 to 20 seconds. Cheers. This time we're going to start with the chamois. Get all that leftover moisture off there. The side I didn't use for the polishing on the other side. Alright. Nicely clean cymbal. What I like to do one time is just to flip it over, just to check to make sure that none of the cleaner or any of the gunk coming off there got back on the other side. Just do one time around the edge. Boom. There you have it. Next we'll do our little experiment and see how that works. So here we have my 18-inch Meinl Byzance. It is quite dirty. I'm not sure if you guys can see it from there. I certainly can. There's handprints and gunk all over this thing. I don't think I've cleaned this thing actually since I bought it. This thing is kind of in between a brilliant cymbal and a raw finish cymbal. That way it gives us kind of a good comparison between all the different types of methods I'm going to use. So I've got our Meinl sprays, and then I'm going to try this Zildjian for brilliant cymbals. I'm going to try a wet rag, and then we're actually going to try WD-40. I used this a lot when I was a kid. I used to light it on fire and hit the cymbals and watch fire balls shoot everywhere. Probably not the safest or best for the cymbals, but young and dumb, and it was pretty damn cool. We're going to get started with the regular old Meinl stuff. Got my little deflector thing I made here. It's pretty sweet. Cymbal cleaner. All right, we're going to spray this side over here with the Meinl stuff. We're going to wait our 15 seconds. And then wash her on off. Actually, while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and use this WD-40 on this side. There we go. Nice coat of WD-40 on there. Smells great. Time for the Meinl. Wipe that off. Be careful with the logo there. And for this Meinl side, I'm not going to use the actual polish spray. I'm just going to use the cleaner and see where that gets us. We got the WD-40. Take this brand new cloth here, wipe that off. Now, WD-40 is probably going to leave a film. I mean, it's definitely going to leave a film. So don't worry, after I complete this video, I'm going to clean the entire cymbal with probably the Meinl spray. And that looks pretty good, actually. It's cleaning and polishing. Well, I think it's cleaning. It might just be covering up all the dirt and the gunk with lubrication. But, yeah, you never know. Looks pretty nice. All right. Turn it around. Let's hit this side with just water. I thought about using degreaser as well, but that would leave a pretty disgusting film. It'd probably take me a while to clean, but I have seen some posts out there where people are using degreaser, which it makes sense, you know, get the grease out of the ridges. Actually seemed like it did a pretty good job. And then lastly, we're going to use our Zildjian Brilliant Finish. So this one, shake well before use, apply sparingly, use light pressure and work the polish into the tonal grooves of the cymbal. Black residue will appear. Remove the residue and polish with clean soft cloth, turning frequently to avoid oxidation, avoiding contact with printed logos. That's pretty important. So this is kind of like a lot like this stuff that I used to use that my dad gave me. It was just like a jar with some like paste in it, and you would just apply that and work the dirt out of the edges. That took a really long time. That was a super long process though. Weird. All right, probably put too much, but there we go. It's pretty well worked in. Wait for that film to appear. All right, so honestly, these other ones are looking fairly similar. You can see the, this looks like the Meinl side. Actually, I can't tell. I'm gonna touch it. Nope, that is the WD-40 side. So you can see, I don't know if you can see it, the camera. Try to get a little closer. So, away from the light there. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there is like a film, like an obvious film that you can see building up on the surface of the cymbal. So obviously that's not good. Okay, I'm not seeing our black film. I think there's a film, but it's not as much as we thought. It's not as dirty as I thought it was, which is great. Oh, there it is. There's the film. So now I'm gonna buff it out. So you can see right there that line I just did. That's buffing out. Oh yeah, this is just like the old stuff. So like I mentioned in the first portion of this video, like I used to have to get down on my hands and knees to scrub all this stuff off of there. That's why I use the floor. And this is exactly why. So you gotta work it out of all the grooves. That's what takes the longest. Yeah, look at that. Pretty damn dirty. You can also tell that the Zildjian cleaner, it just smells like an industrial type cleaner. It's really strong. The Meinl cleaner doesn't have a very good smell either. Probably it's a stronger cleaner. And then of course the WD-40 smells amazing. Look at that. Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and do one more time. Just make sure we got everything. That's what I used to hate about using the old types of cymbal cleaners, is no matter how many times you did it, the rag came out black every single time. So yeah, not as bad that last time. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, you can see the very obvious line from the tape. A little liquid still right there. But yeah, we can definitely see a difference in how well each of these methods clean. So the water side, there's still a lot of gunk on the outside of the cymbal. You can still see fingerprints, stuff like that. Obviously there's no detergent or cleaning power behind water, so that's why that's happening. This side is the WD-40 side. There's still an obvious film there. It's leaving like little water spot type things going on. The Meinl side looks pretty great. Obviously, it's not as clean as the Zildjian side. The Zildjian side is like super shiny and super polished. That's probably because I didn't use the polish on this one. However, this is a 2-in-1, so it cleans and polishes as you go. I still think that I prefer, just for ease of cleaning, especially if they don't get super gunked up like you're not on the road all the time, I think the Meinl cymbal cleaner is pretty good. So that's it with the bonus video of how to clean cymbals, and then the fun little cleaner comparison we did at the end. Hope you guys learned something for those of you out there that are maybe beginners or just learning how to play drums and how to maintain your drums. If this helped you out, consider subscribing to my channel. And just curious if you guys know any other cleaning methods that are out there. You know, if people are saying crazy stuff in blogs or wherever, let me know if there's any other ways that people are saying to clean, and I will definitely try to test those, and then we'll see what we get. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. See you next time.